Have you ever stayed at a campground that has the sewer clean out a mile away from where it should be and you've had to use 2 hoses to be able to be connected? Up until today, I've always kept my extra sewer hose in the back of my truck, which I don't love doing. So I ordered another storage tube off Amazon. I'm going to install it today. So here we go. And if you're wondering why you're watching this on a channel called Digital Barbell, it's because my wife and I own an online fitness coaching company. Since our company is online, we like to spend as much time as we can traveling around in our 2023 Airstream. Disclaimer, as always, that I'm a professional coach, not a professional RVer, mechanic, anything like that. So you're probably going to learn from my mistakes along the way. So let's go. Here's my extra sewer hose. And here's the extra pipe that I got to hold the extra hose to put underneath the Airstream. It expands like this to different sizes. It also has this style lid on it, which closes with a nice thumb turn, which you Airstream owners will appreciate because you already know how much of a pain that cap is that comes with the Airstream. So I'll probably use this as my primary and use that piece of junk that the Airstream came with as my overflow. I already did some looking around underneath my camper a couple weeks ago when I first got this thing, and I found out that the place that I want to install it does not have any frame support underneath. So I talked to my good friend Brad from 13 Adventures, and he came up with the following idea that we're going to try to use today. So the solution that we came up with was I went to Lowe's and bought a sheet of aluminum. This aluminum was 0.025 inches thick, and it was a 6-inch by 24-inch piece of aluminum. I used a jigsaw to make these really ugly cuts, and I got 6 pieces that are somewhat equally sized that I plan on riveting to the bottom of the Airstream and then using self-tapping metal screws through the flange on the pipe to hold the whole thing up and distribute the load of the pipe and the hose inside. So first thing I got to do is pre-drill the holes in these 3 sheets of aluminum to accept the rivets. And I've actually never even used a rivet gun before, didn't have one. Had to go to Harbor Freight, spend the $5 to get this rivet gun. I also bought some extra rivets because I want to use the biggest size rivet I can to secure these plates to the bottom side of the Airstream. So the first thing I'm going to do is temporarily put these pieces together with some tape so that I can pre-drill the holes. They'll all stay lined up. And then I'm going to have to lay underneath the Airstream, drill those holes through the bottom of the belly, and then try to rivet these things on. So let's give it a shot. So from what I understand about rivets, you need to pre-drill your hole to the size of this thick sleeve down at this end. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I guess it makes sense that a 3/16 drill bit would be the one that I need for a 3/16 rivet. Imagine that. Wow, that's beautiful. All right, let's see how easily or not easily the fat end of the rivet goes through this hole. Ooh, it's too tight. Too tight, man, too tight. I'm glad I checked. I mean, yeah, that one went through, but geez. Once I'm laying on my back underneath there, I don't think so. Let me see if I just try to ream them out a little bit without going up to the next size bit. That works. All right, here we go again. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about this. So unless I'm crazy, this is the same size drill bit I need to use to pre-drill the holes in the belly of the Airstream too. All right, another thing I think I need to do is put the right tip on this rivet gun. That's what the internet told me anyway. Can you believe you can buy this thing and have it sent from China, buy it for $5, and somebody still makes a profit on it? Okay, the 3/16 tip is already in there. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. So if this is pushed up underneath the Airstream, I'm gonna slide this over that. And I think you just give it a couple pumps and then it snaps off. Guess we'll find out. All right, next thing I gotta do is lay down underneath the Airstream, figure out how long I want the pipe, and then attach the aluminum brackets that I just made temporarily up to the belly of the Airstream so they'll stay there, and I can pre-drill the holes at least long enough to get a couple rivets. And so safety goggles are ready. Let's get under there and see what's going on. So I was just looking at the rivets that I've got here, and these two rivets that are the same thickness down here on the fat end are completely different in length. So I'm not really sure if I should use the short one or the longer one. It's got to go through all three layers of aluminum and through the belly of the Airstream. So if I put the long one through, it's a good thing I'm trying this. It doesn't want to go through. And then through the pan. I think the long one is going to be better. I think the short one's going to be too short, so we're going to go with that. All right, I got to lay on my back underneath here. Probably won't do much talking. I'm going to try to figure out where the positioning is supposed to be, then use a little Gorilla Tape to temporarily tape these up to the bottom of the pan where they need to be to line up with the brackets on the hose holder when I have it where I want it. So stay tuned. Okay, I got the first bracket taped into position. I think I'm gonna ask my beautiful wife to come out here and hold the pipe up on the location of that bracket so that I can support the other end of the pipe and put the bracket right where it needs to be. I think it's gonna be best if I do it that way. I just need you to hold this up on this metal bracket, kind of in the center of it, while I go try to locate the other end.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Both of the aluminum brackets are temporarily taped into place. Now I'm going to lay underneath and pre-drill all the way through the brackets into the belly of the Airstream to be able to secure them with the rivets. I already poked around. I don't think there's any utilities or anything weird inside the belly there, so I'm going to give it a try. And oh yeah, I'm going to do the hard side first, saving the easy end for last. First time riveting. I'm taking a lot of pumps here. She's in there, that's for sure. Nice. Woo! Feels pretty darn secure to me. That is pretty strong, guys. Not gonna lie. All right, next thing I gotta do is, I think I'm gonna go ahead and attach this end with the self-tapping screws and then just support the other end with my bucket because I wanna make sure it's in the right place. All right, here's the screws that I bought to attach the bracket of the pipe holder up to the bottom of the Airstream. Beautiful wife's gonna go hold the other end again. Underneath I go. Make sure to get a kind with a nut on the end so it's easier to get a grip on.
Come here!
She was pulling really hard. All right. Nice. I need a third hand. Nice. One more. I'm super happy with how well those bolts, screws, whatever you want to call them, bit into the bracket that I made. So I feel really good about how strong that's going to be. Now I just got to repeat the whole process on this side.
Try it? But you don't even crunch it. It's not pilled. Well, chew it. Yeah.
All right, all 6 rivets in on the second bracket. It feels super secure. So let's get those self-tapping screws in and call this thing done. yeah. Oh wow, that's tight. Nice. All right, for just trying to figure this out, I am super happy with the finished product. Let me show you how secure this sucker is to the bottom of the camper. That ain't going nowhere. Nice. Door is so easy to open. If you want to grab this same sewer hose holder, you can check our Amazon store. It has all the camping supplies that we recommend. I'll put a link to it below in the description. All right, I appreciate you checking this video out. If you like this kind of content, definitely subscribe before you leave. Also, check out the video that's up on your screen right now. This is 8 other upgrades that we've made to our Airstream that are both easy to do and pretty cheap. So check it out. Have a good day. Sweet.